Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the exciting world of farming. Now you might be thinking, farming? That's just a bunch of mud, sweat, and smelly animals. And you know what? You're not wrong. But it's also a whole lot more than that. It's about getting your hands dirty, connecting with nature, and building something with your own two hands. Ever wondered how to start your own farm with different animals? Well, you're in the right place. We're gonna break it down step by step. We'll talk about the challenges, the rewards, and everything in between. So, whether you're a city slicker dreaming of a simpler life or you've got a few acres and a hankering for fresh eggs in the morning, stick around. This is gonna be fun. Alright folks, before we get our hands dirty, we gotta start with a little thing called planning. Now I know what you're thinking, Mike, planning, that's just paperwork and spreadsheets, where's the action? And listen, I get it, but trust me on this one. A little planning up front can save you a whole heap of headaches down the road.
First things first, you gotta figure out what kind of farm you want to run. Are you dreaming of rolling hills dotted with fluffy sheep? Or maybe you're more of a chicken whisperer. Maybe you're thinking goats. They're all the rage these days, you know. Whatever your farming fantasy is, write it down.
Next up, the nitty-gritty budget. Farming ain't cheap, folks. You got your land, your animals, your feed, your equipment, the list goes on.
Now let's talk about location. You can't just plop a farm down anywhere. You need good soil, access to water, and enough space for your animals to roam.
Last but not least, do your research. There are tons of resources out there for aspiring farmers. Remember, even the most experienced farmers had to start somewhere. Okay, so you've got your plan in place and you're itching to get started. But, hold your horses, because choosing the right location for your farm is crucial. This ain't like picking out a new pair of work boots, folks. First off, you gotta think about the climate. You wouldn't want to raise alpacas in the swamps of Florida, would you? Or try to grow pineapples in Alaska. Match your farm's location to the needs of your livestock and crops. Next, consider the lay of the land. Is it flat and open, hilly and wooded, rocky and unforgiving? Water, water, water. You can't have a farm without it. Make sure your chosen location has a reliable source of fresh water for your animals and crops. And speaking of neighbors, don't forget about zoning regulations. Check with your local government to see what's allowed in your area. Accessibility is another key factor. Can you easily get to your farm? Can you get supplies delivered? Finally, don't underestimate the importance of gut feeling. When you step foot on the right piece of land, you'll just know. Alright folks, now for the fun part, the animals. But before you go filling your barn with every critter under the sun, let's talk about animal care. Because let me tell you, taking care of livestock is a 24/7 job.
It's not just about playing with fluffy bunnies all day, although there is definitely some of that. First and foremost, you gotta provide your animals with the basics: food, water, and shelter.
Different animals have different dietary needs. You can't just feed your chicken steak and expect them to lay eggs. And speaking of shelter, your animals need a safe, comfortable place to call home.
Next up, healthcare. Just like humans, animals get sick or injured from time to time. You need to be prepared to handle everything from routine vaccinations to unexpected emergencies.
Now let's talk about handling. Some animals are naturally more skittish than others. Learn how to approach and handle your animals safely and calmly.
Finally, remember that animals are living creatures with their own unique personalities and quirks. Take the time to get to know your animals, observe their behavior, and learn what makes them tick.
Ready to fill your farm with furry and feathered friends? Let's break down some popular choices and their needs. Chickens are low maintenance and provide fresh eggs. Goats are great for clearing brush and providing milk. Pigs are intelligent and can be raised for meat. Cows are essential for dairy and beef farms. Sheep provide valuable fleece for crafts. Ducks, geese, rabbits, and bees offer eggs, meat, and honey. Research their needs before bringing them home. Happy farming. Congratulations, folks, you've made it. You've got your farm up and running, your animals are happy, and you're rolling in fresh eggs, milk, or whatever other goodies your farm produces. Now, it's time to share the fruits of your labor with the world.
First things first, you gotta figure out who your target market is. Are you selling to local restaurants, farmers markets, direct to consumers?
Next up, branding. You need a catchy name, a memorable logo, and a clear message that sets you apart from the competition. Think about what makes your farm unique.
Now, let's talk about getting the word out. Social media is your friend, folks. Create a website or social media pages to showcase your farm, your products, and your story.
Don't underestimate the power of word-of-mouth marketing. Tell your friends, family, neighbors, and even the folks you meet in line at the grocery store about your farm.
Consider selling your products online. Creating an online store allows you to reach a wider audience.
Finally, remember that building a successful farm business takes time, effort, and a whole lot of hustle. Don't be afraid to get creative, try new things, and adapt your approach as needed. Happy farming. Well, folks, there you have it. A crash course in starting your own farm with different animals. It's not always easy, and it's definitely not for everyone. But if you're willing to put in the hard work, get your hands dirty, and embrace the challenges, farming can be one of the most rewarding experiences of your life. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more farming tips and tricks. We'll be back with more adventures from the farm soon. Happy farming.